Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for this breaking news video. And ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely raging. So, it is 5:30 here on Thursday, the 17th of August 2023, and the moment we've been waiting for over a year has finally happened. NECA have dropped the pre-order for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lair living room diorama playset, something they first shown at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. I've got an absolute load of turtle product, and I have cleared space for this nearly a year ago. And maybe I acted too soon, because this is my actual raw reaction video, and I don't know what I'm going to say, but I thought I need to make a video because I am absolutely raging. Cheeky Monkey Kiara is still at work, but I'm here, and the pre-order's up, and I'm going mad, and I needed to get this off my chest. So, if you've caught up on the rumours since PowerCon, the representatives of NECA at PowerCon were saying this thing was going to be $299.99, so effectively $300. But previously, at Comic-Con this year, I believe Trevor said it's in the region of $250, which again, still far too much, but not as bad as this. And I thought, maybe people have got it wrong. Maybe they're just trying to set it up so when it comes in at $250, we actually think it's cheaper. Bit of sort of reverse psychology there, but No, turns out it is $300. What in the actual is this? One piece of a potential three-piece Sewer Lair diorama. $300. What are you doing to me, NECA? It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, absolutely raging, because I love the turtles, and I think this looks absolutely fantastic and would be a great centerpiece of the toy collection. However, the price is insane. Not only, of course, do you need it, but you need this thing to go with it as well, which is, of course, the accessory set. So they are putting that up for pre-order as well for another $60 if you don't have it. Because if you want the television to go in this living room playset, you're going to need the accessory set as well. Luckily, Uncle Addy came through for me on that one, but yeah. Now, I, of course, Jay's Toy Collection UK, live here internationally in the UK, and shipping. Now, previously on shipping with NECA, they shipped the turtle van for about £9. I believe they shipped the actual street scene diorama, the cartoon street scene diorama, for £9. It's $80, people. It's $80 international shipping. What is going on? I mean, that means this thing is $380 before tax to ship to the UK. Now, with international import tax, we do get potentially charged 20% VAT when it arrives here in the UK. Potentially. We might get away with it. It depends who they ship it with. But as it stands, if we don't, we usually don't with NECA product, it's currently $380 to ship this to the UK. Now, if you convert that to pounds, that's £314 roughly, with about a 3% fee on it, because you'll get charged for doing an international transaction. So we're talking £314 for one piece, bear in mind, one piece of a potential three-piece set. So you're telling me I could be nearly in for in excess of £900 to build the three of these, which I've made space for. That space may be getting rapidly filled with something else, because this is why I'm so mad, because I really, really want this, and I'm sure, please leave your comments with regards to your thoughts on this. I'm sure people really like it, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that's literally lost my mind. Now, I don't like to make a lot of moaning videos. That's not kind of what the channel's about, but I'm so absolutely raging. I just had to get my thoughts out there, and somebody on YouTube will listen to me. This is absolutely nuts, NECA. What are you doing? How is this? The building, the street scene, was $150. This is twice the price plus $80 shipping. It's half the bloody size. Now, if I change the picture here, because I've noticed here, having changed the picture on this, I'm just going absolutely nuts. So it's 25 inches wide, 12.75 inches tall, and 15 inches deep. So for me, that would have been okay because my shelf is 13 inches tall. So it would have just fitted in there, slotted in nicely. And my shelf is about 26 inches wide. So this is absolutely perfect for where I wanted to put it. I'm like a raging man baby here. I do understand, ladies and gentlemen, raging man baby time, but sometimes you've got to be a raging man baby in the toy collector world. What are we doing? Again, here you go. So they've got the television in there, as they say, figures and accessories sold separately. So that TV, you are going to have to get the accessory set for. So that's going to be another 60 on top if you don't have it already. Now, another thing they're not showing here is the outside of the sewer playset. Now, if you see some videos from PowerCon, the actual outside of the sewer, the bit you would see on the outside if this was just a main display, isn't painted. There's no brickwork on it. It's just like the internals of, if you've got the street scene, the way the internal section looks, just the unpainted plastic with no sort of brickwork, the opposite side. That's what it looks like at PowerCon. So I was hoping to see here some more pictures of the actual outside of it to see if it was any different or not. But I don't think it is because they haven't shown it. So that means if you have this on display and it's visible from the actual side, you're just going to see unpainted plastic. So it's going to look terrible underneath the actual street scene diorama because it isn't painted and it isn't even like sculpted on there. So that isn't going to look good. So this is going to need to go on an internal shelf. Of course, you put it on an internal shelf, you're then not going to be able to put the diorama on top. So that is what I personally intended to do with it, but I don't think that's the actual intention. Because if you scroll down here, which you probably now can't see because my face is probably in the way, and unfortunately in this software I can't move my face at the moment, but they do show, you have to trust me on this one, if I can maybe get it up there, you might be able to see it, that you can put the diorama piece on top, but the diorama is actually painted on the outside. You've got the outside brickwork where I don't think this is. So that is not going to look good. And especially for the price they're charging, they couldn't even paint the outside. Now, I don't think there's a lot of mention. They did say, of course, it was coming with a piece of road that is shown in the actual picture of the diorama there, with the diorama on top. But it's not actually shown in here. I don't know if it says it in the description. It says includes couch, armchair, lamps. I don't know. It says a feature you can make it into a garage. Well, that's not a feature, is it? Take all the stuff out and it's a garage. I don't recall that a feature. It doesn't really mention about the piece that goes on top, almost the roof of it. So I know they like to say about, of course, in the toy community, the top, the middle, and the bottom. Well, it's got a bottom, it's got a middle, but it ain't got no top. Or as it does, it looks literally like a piece of thick foam board. So I don't know. That road isn't looking particularly thrilling. Now, they do show it down the bottom here, but again, I think my face is probably going to get in your way, or my logo might get in your way. You can see the road piece on there, but to me, that looks like a bit of grey foam board, so I'm hoping that is at least plastic. Surely that's not foam board and that's plastic for this price. But the way it's printed on top almost looks like it's printed on foam board or thick cardboard, like the actual backdrop of the street scene. It almost doesn't look like it clips on either. It just looks like the street scene would just sit on top. But, well, why am I bothering? Because I can't buy this. This is insane. I can't pay $380 or £314 for one piece. Now, granted, if I only got one piece, it would be this. So I'm probably going to look like a right hypocrite in a few weeks and actually end up buying this. But at the moment, I'm absolutely losing my mind here. That just cannot be. I like the way they've stacked up all the previous accessories you've got, sort of like a junk in the corner. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, there's aspects I'm not sure on because they haven't really shown this or not. We need a 360 video. Come on, NECA, give us a bit more here. You cannot be just sort of almost blind purchasing us into this. This is insane. This is more than a turtle van. And the absolute killer, the thing that maybe just thought I got to get on camera, is $80 international shipping. It's like haulathon, the dreaded word in the NECA collecting community, haulathon, for us international. So we're talking even more than $80 shipping. What are they doing? This is just nuts. So I will continue this more on the Friday night live stream, which will turn me having another rant again. And as I tell the missus, I'm sure she's going to be well pleased at this price because this potentially means after wanting it for over a bloody year, I'm not going to get it. As you see, I've recently got into collecting the Mondo figures, but this is the price of two Mondo 12-inch figures of all the accessories you get there. And it's literally a back wall, two side walls, and the base. How is this more than sort of 175 is probably a sweet spot on this. We know inflation. It's a thing. That's fine. So 150 previously for the street scene. A bit of inflation on top, 175. Surely this can't be more than 175. Like, $380. I literally do not. I'm literally lost for words. I'm ranting and lost for words at the same. I do not know how to feel. What? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, because what is going on? This is, people go on about sort of all the Hasbro projects and this, that, and the other, and this is almost worse than some of the things that were said about those. Like, at least there was articulation on things like Galactus and the Sentinel. You could see I bought both of those items. I thought personally the value was there for me on those. The amount of engineering that goes into those gigantic figures, and this is the same price as Galactus, all but $20 for us international customers. And I'm looking at Galactus right now. I think that's bloody epic over there. 34 inches tall, lights up, articulated as anything. This is some walls. So it's some walls and a floor. And what are we doing? How is I do not know what to say. So I think I'm going to have to get the craft kit out, aren't I? I'm going to do a full Blue Peter. That's a very UK reference to a sort of entertainment craft show where you make your own stuff. I'm going to have to get the foam board. So anybody knows where I can get foam board in the UK, please let me know in the comments, because I know the sort of pink foam that a lot of the American customizers use is not available easily in the UK. I might have to do a Jay's Toy Collection UK the craft session. So all I've got to do is cut around a couple of plates, haven't I? Try and find some way of making that hole, and then score the foam board. And now I've got to find some sort of piping. I don't know. That could be a whole craft project coming, because I could even make it bigger. Maybe that's the way to go. I've got the accessory set, as I showed you earlier. So I've got the TV and some pictures. I'm not going to have a sofa, but they can stand up. They can fight in there or something. Maybe I have to have the battle. Maybe the mouses can come in. I'll get some more mouses in there, and I'll have to make my own or something, because this is nuts. That being said, I'll probably end up buying it in a few weeks, but you've got 3 weeks. I've probably not even said that. This is a shocking video, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So it is available for 3 weeks on an open pre-order. So I'm sure there's thousands of out there that want it, but are we actually going to pull the trigger? Because that price, especially internationally, that $80 at the end just tipped me over the edge. It really did. So I'm just going to upload this video. I have no idea what happened. See me Friday nights, 9 PM here in the UK for This Week in Toys, Jay's Toy Collection Live, as we'll have a bit more discussion. Anybody wants to come on and talk about this, let me know, because this is nuts, isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. It's been nothing but a rant, so I do apologise, but NECA, come on now. You've got to rethink this. Surely this is not going to sell. It's not going to meet their minimum order quantity. They won't even make it. Surely this is nuts. I'll see you on the next video.